my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. That big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right and incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 5. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
First down, Dallas.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
It's a party now. 66. Alert flare. Alert flare. Go, go. Wahoo! On the ball. Run it.
He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
36. Bring it. Bring it. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the run.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kamale Correa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down, Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. This is Elliott.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Off. Watch that.
They'll drop to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run with Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
To throw again is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 more yards. That's another Vikings.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Jackson on the move to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
That's going to be a long day.
Hey, check right. Watching you glide.
Hey.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terry McLaurin, 83 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, alert 3. Right stone. Drive on. 54.
Check tight.
Mike 5-4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. To 27. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. McCrane on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 59, Cowboys 25. Matthew McCrane set to kick.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
He's got a man complete. Stephon Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum. Is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Vikings, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.